Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Spectrum Talk. To anybody confused, which would be live, anyone confused, I said I was going to do both Overdue Review and Spectrum Talk in one stream, but I'm just going to have separate videos. And for one, the upload to YouTube's sake and the podcast sake. We're just going to do one stream because it just makes it easier. Alrighty. I didn't expect to talk that long about Mafia, but it did. It's my, I'm a little bit winded, or not winded. My throat just hurts. I don't know why I said winded. That's not at all. So what do we got today on today's Spectrum Talk? You know, eventually I'm hoping to have some guests on this damn thing again since I have internet and the ability. But all the people I did it with originally, I don't know how to track them down. And they're busy and shit's going on. It's weird when people have to just stay at home, how you can't get a hold of anyone. But that's what happens when you have something together and then shit falls apart. But it happens. It happens. That's why I've been trucking along. Ugh. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I'm a Call of Duty fan. Always have been since the first one. I'm playing a lot of multiplayer, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But there's a lot of weird glitches. A lot of weird online stuff that I don't actually think is... I don't think it's my internet that's causing it. I think it's the game. Because I'm seeing other people report similar things. And I know I don't have the best internet, but download speed's pretty great, but the upload speed's weird, and that can affect online play. But other people are reporting stuff that have gigabit connections, and it's weird. And graphical glitches, that's all on them. And there's glitches within the campaign, which is weird. Now, I am playing on an Xbox One S. So it's not like I'm playing on some top-tier system, but I'm actually hearing that it's running worse on top-tier systems than it is on the lower stuff, which is crazy. I haven't had it crash my system yet, but I've heard multiple reports of it crashing systems. What the hell is happening? Like, it's weird. But when it works, I'm having a lot of fun. There is an issue that I thought was just me. Until I saw an article about it, and I'm guessing it's not just me. There's a visibility issue. Players have the ability to blend in with the backgrounds, even if they're different colors. And we're not sure if it's an issue with just the palette being too plain, because that can happen if everything's kind of gray. Other stuff that's also kind of gray blends into the gray. But this doesn't seem to be that issue, though the palette does seem different. Enemies blend in with the background even when they're moving. And I thought it was just me if I'm playing without my medication or something like that, and I'm just not paying attention to every single detail. Or I'm paying attention to one thing in excruciating detail and missing stuff. Because that can happen. You're looking over here, something happens over here, you just don't see it. But it's more than just that. Multiple players are reporting not being able to see enemies until it's too late. And it's not just, people being pissed off because they're getting killed, which is what I thought it was. This is the first time I've ever seen an article talking about visibility in Call of Duty. Like it's hard to see the other players. And it's kind of hard to see, because we're playing through the campaign, it's hard to see people in general. And I don't know if it has to do with the colors. I don't know if it has to do with, there's this weird screen door effect over everything. Everything's really, really flat and smooth. I don't know if it's a graphical glitch that's causing it, because there are a lot of graphical glitches that are actually causing smearing. But there's some stuff where people, instead of them just blending in just a little bit, it's almost like they're becoming one. So it's farther to just being blended in. It's farther than just like a camouflage. It's like there is absolutely no depth. Now I understand it's 2D because it's on the screen, but it's like there is no depth. It's like you can't tell, even if they're right in front of you, that there's absolutely no depth. It's really, really weird, and the issue exists in the campaign as well. Usually movement can catch your eye. But in this, movement's not catching my eye. And movement catches my eye everywhere, which is why you'll see me look around like crazy if a fucking fly goes over or something moves. movement catches my eye, and it's one of the reasons, and catches most people's eye, but it gets me really hard. It's one of the reasons why I'm kind of good at little snappy shooters, is because I see even the littlest movement and I go right there. And this I'm having issues, and I thought it was just me, get older, mind issues, whatever. But apparently, it has to do with the game engine, or just the game in general. As far as I know, Infinity War, dear God, Treyarch hasn't said anything about it. They're working on fixing the other issues. There hasn't been another patch yet, so there's something weird. Another weird issue I ran into, voice chat just disappearing. It just stopped working. I thought it was the game, so I reset the game several times. Nope, just stopped working. And I don't mean they couldn't just hear me. I couldn't hear them. Thought it was my headset. Changed out multiple headsets. Nope. Played other games with voice chat. Worked just fine. Power cycled the Xbox and restarted it. Nothing fixed it. Voice chat was just dead. I have no idea why. Came back today, because when I'm not making videos or streaming, I use the voice chat and talk to random people, because it's easier to fucking build a team that way. Also, I like the death mic. It's just, you kill someone, they get angry, and you hear their last words. It's really fucking funny. I always love that shit. But yeah, a lot of weird shit going on with this, and I don't know what exactly the overall issue is or what's causing it, but there seem to be just a bunch of little issues that are adding up to be pretty big issues. Yeah, but I'm still enjoying it. I've only played a little bit of zombies, but it's really different. It's got to be the most different a zombie campaign's ever been. There's like an overall story, kind of, people talking to you, and not like it was before. Like you're having radio chats and shit. Like it's very strange, but it also makes it kind of easy to miss, which is weird because you would think the other stuff would be kind of easy to miss, with it being like passing dialogue from other characters and stuff you have to go out of your way to find. Problem is, if it's stuff you have to go out of your way to find, you usually are paying attention. This stuff, you'll be in the middle of fighting a zombie horde of hundreds, and then your captain or whoever comes across to just exposition dump everything, but I can't hear him because I'm shooting everything in sight. You also start with a weapon. You get to choose a loadout. That's just weird. It's also a lot faster than most zombie campaigns, though. It's faster in general, the whole entire game, but also because I mess with the field of view. If you make your field of view go way out, everything seems fast, and I love playing with a wide field of view. That visibility issue, by the way, still exists even if you have the closest field of view. But yeah, it's weird. Zombies have health bars, which kind of weird. Like the boss characters having health bars wouldn't bother me. The zombies having health bars bothers me, and I don't know why. The numbers also come off them different. I don't know. There's something aesthetically that bothers me about it. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's weird. But it plays well. It's fun. I still haven't figured out the big thing about it yet, or learned the map all that well. But it's fun. It's zombies. It's not as immediately fun as I want it to be, though. With the other zombies, including the ones in Black Ops 3, there was like an immediate fun to it and a style that it had. This one seems to lack a lot of its style, and that's sad. There is a lot of cool shit to do. It's just, it feels like another team made a zombies game and not the team that was making it before. When like Infinity War tried to make their zombies mode, but it was like aliens, and it was like, oh, this is fun, but it's not. They're missing the charm of Treyarch. This is what it feels like, but this is like Treyarch Call of Duty, so I don't know what's happening here. It's still fun. It's just, I don't know. The more I play it, the more I'll figure out my thoughts on that. But other than that, I had a little adventure last night. So I got home from work, just hanging out, watching some Burn Notice. I love that show. I saw commercials for it like every day when it was originally airing, and then years later, for whatever reason, 2 weeks ago, I'm like, that's on Amazon Prime. I'm kind of in the mood for some spy shit. I just watched a bunch of Mission Impossible movies. Let me watch the first few episodes of this, see if it's any good. Hooked immediately. I'm like in season 3 already. Oh my god, I don't know how I missed this show. I wish I would have watched it when it was on the air. It's so freaking good. And then just on a whim, I was reading some stuff about the Xbox and the PS5 and blah blah blah, and I was like, I'm gonna check Walmart. I check it every day just to see what's going on. And lo and behold, there's Xbox Series S. It's not the X, but the S. One available in a city about 30 miles away from us. I'm like, wait a minute. Available. See if I can buy it online. Nope, I have to go there in person. I'm like, okay. So I was like, there's one available. Watching Burn Notice. My wife goes, you want to get it? I'm thinking she's messing with me. And I'm like, no, why? She's like, we can go get it. And I'm like, yeah, well, we did it. We can't go do that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, because it'd be funny, get it, maybe mess around with it for like a week or so because I can't really use the digital version. But then like sell it on eBay, maybe flip it for like $100. I don't want to do what the stupid scalpers do, sell it for like $1,200, something crazy. But like maybe put it up for auction just to see how high it gets and then sell it. I try to be as fair as possible, make just a slight profit. If I make our money back, hey, we're still good. Right? That was just an idea. She's like, let's go do it. I'm like, all right. Well, like back and forth for a little bit and then check on my phone, make sure it's still there. It's still there. I'm like, all right, let's go do this. And we get dressed, everything. We drive over there. Just the excitement's building. We were like, let's make a video. So we made a video of us getting ready, getting in the car, driving over there all the way. We drive in the Walmart, so excited. We walk in. She's filming me running up there. We get to the electronics aisle, go there. Case is empty. I'm like, damn it, we missed it. No, we didn't miss it. It was still there. What had happened, I'm going to find out, is someone had bought it at the store online and did that thing where they have it shipped to the Walmart and then they hold it. A lot of stores do this. What a lot of stores don't do, however, is when someone does that and it gets shipped to the store, even though it has been bought and paid for by another person, it's being held there until they pick it up, which they've picked it up already. They mark it as having it in stock and for sale. Walmart, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. It's already been paid for. It's already owned by someone else. You're just holding on to it for somebody. It is not in stock. It is not on the shelf. On the damn app, it said it's on this shelf in this aisle. It's not there. Why would your system say that? It's already been bought. It was paid for already. Someone just had it there. So instead of shipping it to their house or whatever, maybe they don't want it to get stolen, which, smart idea. They can pick it up at the store, because I believe also shipping's free. Pick it up at the store. It's a good idea. I would do that. I have a Walmart right next to me. I would go do that. No, but the system said that they had one in stock instead. And it wasn't a mishap, come to find out, as one of the employees goes, yeah, our system does that. We don't know why. We think it's the stupidest thing in the world, but for whatever reason, that's what Walmart does. So we drove 60 miles in total for nothing. I mean, got some tiny tacos at Jack in the Box, so I guess it wasn't all bad, but still. I was so excited too. We were so excited. Like, we're gonna get it. We're gonna unbox it, make a video, and do everything. We had all this plan, put so much energy into it, and then just deflated. I was so disappointed. And and it made it worse is when the guy told me that. He's like, oh no, we don't have any in stock. I was like, oh, I got pulled up on my phone. I was like, but it says it's still here. It's like in the back. And he was like, oh no, let me break it to you. It's like, it's here, but it's already been bought and paid for. Our system's just stupid. Why would any system exist that way? Now, granted, we should have called. Could have called ahead of time and saved us the trouble. But we, I don't know. Maybe I knew that they were gonna tell me no, and I didn't want to call or whatever. It's just I was so excited. I was so freaking excited that maybe I got one in the wild. And then could to test it out, put some shit on it, and play. But no, that didn't happen. I'm still going for the X. That's the one I want and actually get the most use out of. It's the one I need because all my shit's physical outside of some stuff I have downloaded. GameFly does not work digitally. So that money I save, I wouldn't be saving anymore because I can't use their service, which really sucks. It's kind of the one of the pitfalls of digital. The other pitfall is if they decide you don't own the game anymore, you don't own the game anymore. Like, I'm really pissed off that I'll never get to play PT because they just removed it and you can't play it, and then upload a patch that if you had the game on your system and it was connected to the internet, they forced a patch that automatically downloaded that then took it off your system. I shit you not. So I'll never be able to play it. And that saddens me because I really wanted to play it, but I didn't have a PS4 at the time and couldn't. By the time I'd got one, it was already all the debacle had happened, and I was so upset. That's one of the pitfalls of digital. I was looking at PS5s and I was thinking about getting the digital edition. It's like, well, yeah, GameFly, this and that, but if I get one physical and one digital, just to save some money, just gotta figure out which one's the better option to get the disc drive in. But I was like, nah, even then, Sony has all those exclusives, and then I would have to buy them at $6 a pop, and that just sucks. But then I thought about it even further. All these games that I have on the PS4 are physical. I actually have a lot of digital games on the Xbox because of Game Pass. But all these games I have on the PS4 are physical. So all that backwards compatibility shit means nothing because the only way to verify that I own the games are with the disc. So I could download them onto a hard drive and hook it up to the damn thing, but then it'd be like, you gotta prove you own this fucking thing somehow, and I can't. So I'd have to rebuy all the games that I already own at stupidly high digital store prices. So yeah, I'm gonna pay $500 a pop for both of them. Whenever, 2022, whenever the hell we can actually get our hands on these damn things. Because scalpers are a menace. How have they not figured out how to stop them? Limit one per customer. That would be a start. One per customer. Because then the bot would have to pose as multiple customers. And while they could still do it faster than a person, it would be one more layer. Here's another thing. One per customer, one per IP address. Okay, so even if they're using like VPN, they have to switch. It still takes more time than nothing being there. Also, put in a fucking capture system. I have to click on the stupid fucking pictures every time I log into my goddamn Gmail. But no, Walmart, Amazon, even at Xbox and Sony, no caption, no nothing. Why not? You knew that these things were going to sell like crazy, and you knew that you didn't have the stock. And even if they did have the incredible stock, I don't know if they would have been ready because the scalping this time around is insane. And one of these things that we're looking at all these sales numbers, we have to understand that most of these things are being sold and they are selling out like that. They're not going to actual people. I would love to see how many people have these things in the wild because I don't think it is even close to those giant numbers. Because when I tried to get one for the Black Friday deal, Walmart store crashed at $7.59. The deal went live at 8. When it finally came back online at 8:01, they were all sold out. Xbox Series X's, Series S's, and PlayStation 5s. All of them all sold out. In 3 minutes. No, 2 minutes. So I'm sitting here, like, the scalping is so bad. The only way it would stop the scalpers is if the supply was so much that no one's paying these stupid prices. But of course, because it's so limited, the scalping is going higher and higher and higher and so on and so forth. It just sucks. But yeah, a damn captcha system of some sort, something. It would help. All these limits. There's a few simple things that they could do. Simple, truly simple things that they could do to stop this that they haven't, and I don't understand why. Yeah, you want them to sell. I mean, Sony and Microsoft are still getting the money, so they don't care. But you want the people to have the system so they can talk and say good things about them and play your games. Because here's the thing about scalpers. They're buying your systems. They're not buying your fucking games. So that's probably a good metric. How many copies of Spider-Man Miles Morales sold? Kind of curious, because I bet it's a lot less than how many PS5s are out there. Because with launch titles specifically, their numbers are probably pretty close to the numbers, usually, numbers of consoles that are out there because they're like the only games available. At least the ones that take advantage of the new hardware, right? Well, Miles Morales might be weird because it's also on PS4, so you'd have to limit it just to the PS5 version. But still, I'm betting it's a lot lower than the amount of PS5s they've sold. Which brings me to another interesting topic. So, they released the PS4 numbers, and PS5 numbers, and Xbox numbers in Japan. To which Sony sold like 400,000 PlayStations, and I believe Microsoft sold like it was either 26,000 or 46,000 Xboxes. Which you look at the numbers, that makes it look like Sony is crushing it in Japan once again. And technically they are. And it makes it look like Microsoft, no matter what they do, just can't get a foothold. Here's something interesting about those numbers. Those numbers are legit. Problem is when you hear that, it makes it seem like the Xbox does not sell very well in Japan. So then I thought, hey, what if I can go buy one just in Japan, just to see? I probably couldn't pay the import cost, but just wanted to see. What are we looking at here? It'd still probably be cheaper than the scalper prices, so what am I looking at? Sold out everywhere in Japan. The Xbox pre-orders sold out immediately twice. All of their deals have sold out in Japan. So they're sold out 100%, gone. And they sell out immediately when they get stock, just like they do here in the United States. But they've only sold tens of thousands versus the hundreds of thousands that Sony has. The reason is because Microsoft only gave them tens of thousands and Sony put up hundreds of thousands. And they both sold out. There's a good chance that if Microsoft had matched Sony's production, that Microsoft might have sold out as well, because scalping is still a thing in Japan. But it makes it look like Sony's just beat the shit out of Microsoft in Japan, which does make sense. Microsoft hasn't been able to get a foothold in Japan. The problem is we have no idea because they didn't have as many consoles as the other. But what we do know is the amount of consoles they did have available, they sold out of immediately, which did not happen the last 2 times, or last 3 times. They sold around the same as they did of the Xbox One at launch, but they had more Xbox Ones available at launch in Japan that time around. The Xbox has historically sold very poorly in Japan. However, this time, they didn't just sell tens of thousands. They sold every unit available to Japan at the time, because Microsoft's not going to give them hundreds of thousands if they're not going to sell. Just made sense. So they made a call. Let's give them about what they sold last time. And then they sold out and went, holy shit, okay, maybe give them more. And then they sold out again. That's actually a good sign for Microsoft, business-wise. And I'm hoping the Xbox gets a pretty good foothold in Japan, because they really, really want it, and they seem to be treating Japan very well, which as Sony is kind of turning away, which is weird. Something was stuck in my mouth. Which is weird. I don't understand that. Because I think that's going to backfire. Don't turn on your home. Like, not unless it's for good reasons, but don't. It's strange. That makes it none of the consoles are selling. The Nintendo Switch is selling. Oh my god. That thing is also selling out worldwide, and it's been on the market for years. So, and scalpers are getting switches again, which is just insane. Now, what I've been able to find is even in person, switch lights are still around. But people want that damn thing with a dock so they can hook it up to their TV. It's impossible to find one of those right now, at least in person. But you can find switch lights. I saw quite a few of them yesterday. A gray one, a yellow one, and turquoise. And they were 3 boxes deep. 3, 6. There's 9 of them right there. The switch light's great. But I'm looking at my switch right now. Being able to dock it and hook it up to your TV is awesome. I don't know why you couldn't just, there's not a cord, just like hook this bitch up to your TV. You don't need a dock or whatever. Like, now it's just a pure handheld, but whatever. Still, it's still a Switch. It's still great. And like the most powerful handheld ever that's commercially available. Because Alienware does that thing every now and then where like, look, we made a stupid, crazy handheld that runs shit in 4K. But you can't buy it. It's like, well, why'd you do it? Just to see if we could. And we're going to show it to you to show us how cool it is, but we're not going to let you touch it. But yeah, this scalping shit's getting insane. And the supply isn't going to reach the demand until the virus pretty much disappears worldwide, and that's not going to happen for a long while. And even then, but we can mitigate it by just putting in some very, very simple limiters, like a CAPTCHA system. Make them bots try to figure out which one of these pictures has stairs in it. And then contemplate what is and isn't a stair, or a traffic light, or a fucking, a crosswalk. Oh, God. Why isn't there a CAPTCHA system? Why is my email more important than a system that actually uses my credit card information? I'm actually very interested into how that works. But yeah, that's the whole point of the CAPTCHA system too, is to stop robots. The whole reason it exists is to stop bots. So why not implement that motherfucker and use it for its sole purpose? I don't get it. Also limiting it to 1 per customer. I understand there are big households with lots of fucking money that want multiple. But they should also understand it's a pandemic and you need to shut the fuck up. Get your one several $100 system and shut up and be happy. When most people can't get one. Even if they do have the money. And I don't know. I was so excited. God, I was going to make a big unboxing video and I was going to test it out. And here the unboxing experience for the Xbox Series X is kind of incredible because I've seen them open it and I've never seen anything like it. The way that it opens. It's kind of neat. I like it. I like it a lot. They're buying into that whole unboxing experience real hard. Of course, everybody did after Apple, but this is instead of just it being like a hard box, opens up a certain way, makes you really feel it when you pull it out. They're like, no, we're just gonna kind of reinvent how that happens, or how that works. How about you open it and it opens like sideways, and the Xbox is just staring at you? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Opens up kind of like an engagement ring box. That'd be kind of neat. And it is. They're absolutely right. What else is happening? Cyberpunk's coming out soon. Maybe. I don't know. Cowboys still suck. God, they suck so bad. Poor Dallas. No, poor Dallas fans. I don't feel bad for Dallas. They got all kinds of money. They should not have these problems. They should pull that stick out of their ass pull their head out of their ass and probably figure some shit out. Because they ain't just having problems because of the damn virus. They've had problems for 25 years. I don't know. Well, their problem started before that, but that was the last time they were able to overcome their problems. Um, uh, we probably shouldn't be doing sports right now. It's just it's too risky. Like I like that it's around because it is a good distraction and it makes me feel good and I love my football and yada yada yada. But yeah, we probably shouldn't be doing that. That's it's way too dangerous. Or at the very least, not have fucking fans there. God, people are stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I got a smartwatch. It's an Amazon smartwatch called the Maze Fit or whatever. What's this thing called? A Maze Fit. It was $60. I just got it because, well, actually, I needed one to monitor my heart rate and stress and stuff like that because I'm having heart issues. Because that's always fun. That's not terrifying at all. And I need something to monitor my stuff uh, all the time. And I didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars on something that may or may not work or may get broken and I have to replace it immediately. So I was like, $60. That's about what I was going to spend. A little bit double than what I was going to spend on a regular watch because my regular watch also broke. So I was looking for a replacement. I was like, oh, I'll get a smartwatch because to monitor my health. And got this one. And I got to say, I don't know why the hell we're paying hundreds of dollars for these things because this thing's $60 and it's awesome. Like legit, it's awesome. The app's a little bit weird and it needs to be updated constantly. And by update I mean I need to open the app and let it sync. Not update, sync constantly. Um, Otherwise it loses the weather data. Which maybe that doesn't bother most people, but kind of bothers me when I look down here and I can't see what the fucking temperature is. Like I know it's cold, but like how cold? Um, or if it's gonna rain later or not, I have to sync it. But other than that, I'm very very impressed with it. It's probably selling all my information to China, but you know everything's doing that these days, so might as well get something for it. And I like it a lot. I really really do like it. I like the strap. It fits well. It hasn't given me a chemical burn. That was a problem that happened in the early days. Right now my heart rate is 68, so that's good. Checks my O2 level. My stress is at a normal level. And what's the current temperature? I have to sync it to find out. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. My phone says 57. All right. But yeah, I'm having heart issues. That's fun. So I have to start doing a bunch of cardio. Whether or not it causes me to lose weight or not is not really the goal. It's to get my heart back in shape. Losing fat would be good, but I don't necessarily need to lose weight because I have built up a lot of muscle. I don't want to lose the muscle, so I can't just stop eating. I need to maintain that muscle, but I need to do cardio, which I've been doing. I bought some workout equipment, and I've been working out at work, oddly enough. And people I had to explain to all the guys, like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I don't want to die. I'm like, oh, okay. That pretty much made them stop questioning why I'm jogging around the job. Um, I don't have a lot of time, and when I get home, even if I'm not doing much, I'm exhausted just for the work day. So I figure, might as well, when I have downtime, just run up the stairs a bunch of times and get my heart rate up and try to stop this, get my blood pressure down. It's a shit show. Uh, Still waiting for all this podcasting, YouTube, Twitch stuff to take off, and then I won't have to worry about my heart as much because I just pay to get a new one. um, that would be great. It'd be great. Make me the next YouTube star, motherfuckers, or podcast star. I don't care. Whichever one gets me the money. I don't care which one it is. You see that ticker up there that says "Keep the lights on"? I pointed the wrong direction. It says "Keep the lights on." Donate to that some bitch. Come on. Pay for my new heart and my Diet Coke habit. Um, huh. think that's it. I've been watching a lot of Burn Notice. I haven't really been doing a lot of things, a lot of new things other than Call of Duty and then making videos. Um, I haven't been listening to a lot of gaming podcasts, so I don't really know what's been going on. Um, I can only listen to so many podcasts while at work. Um, and some of the podcasts are long as hell, so I get to listen to like one show. But I don't know. I don't know. Not a lot of earth-shattering gaming news has happened. There was a moment there where it was just constant. But the Game Awards are coming up. Oh yeah, here's another one. So that Silent Hill rumor's back, except this time it's not Kojima working on another Silent Hill game. It's he's coming back to just finish Silent Hills. You know, because I was talking about PT earlier. I think it's probably bullshit. This Silent Hill rumor has been popping up like every month for the last year and a half, 2 years. Changing its story slightly, but it's been the same rumor. We were supposed to already found out about it. Hasn't happened. It's still PlayStation exclusive, so that hasn't changed. What was it? Kojima's back doing this. We haven't heard about that other Silent Hill game because apparently there's going to be two of them. All this other bullshit. Now everyone's thinking if there's any legitimacy to these rumors at all, it's going to be announced at the Game Awards. Fucking better be. Like seriously, it fucking better be. That or Half-Life 3 coming to the Xbox. Oh my god. You know, usually that's just a joke. Usually that's just a joke, right? Because we weren't getting Half-Life 3, and then Half-Life Alex came out and straight up said, "Nah, it's happening, bitches." Man, it's probably gonna be a VR game, but with a maybe partnership or something going on behind the scenes between Valve and Microsoft. Which everyone's thinking maybe Steam games coming to the Xbox, which would be nuts. I don't know what the fuck that would even mean, but that'd be cool. Or maybe not Steam, and you just be able to get those deals, but on your Xbox. I don't know. I have no idea how that would work. That was a speculation. Um, that would be cool, but I honestly don't know what the logistics behind that, how that would even work, what it means. Because Microsoft has their own store and their own deals and Game Pass. Opening up to another store, what would that even mean? You being able to play it? Does it mean you get to play your Steam library? I don't know. Maybe it's xCloud. I have no idea. But what if that means Half-Life? Because Microsoft needs a heavy hitter. And even if, because it's not going to have a date. We know it's not going to have a date. We don't know if it's even going to come out. But we know it's confirmed now. Half-Life 3 did straight up get confirmed. Everybody kind of ignored it. I don't know why, but it did get confirmed. The ending of Half-Life Alyx is the beginning of Half-Life 3. It was the biggest continuation of Half-Life that we got in 12 years. I just got a message. From who? What the hell? Another spam text message. That's always fun. And what, 12 years? And if they just showed up and be like, Xbox Series X, Half-Life 3, and then just left and say a damn word, that would sell those consoles. Even though people buying it being like, there's no way it's coming out on this thing. I'm still going to buy it because, I mean, of course I'm going to buy it. People were buying VR headsets for Half-Life Alyx, and it was a prequel. I wish there'd be some sort of, because I want to experience that game. And I don't think it's runnable. I don't think it's playable on the Quest, which would be the only VR headset I could get outside of PSVR. But PlayStation VR only has so much stuff available to it, and I don't think it would be playable on PlayStation VR. I don't know. But I wish it was. I wish it was available on the Quest. It might be, but I thought it wasn't. I lost train of thought. because I want it. That would be the only one that I could get because I don't have the computer that can run it. I mean, dear God, the thing is just a motherboard sitting on a table. Um, and then the headsets themselves are incredibly expensive. The Quest being one that it's all internal. It's only is it $300 or $400, and it's wireless because it's all internal. You don't need a fucking computer, so it's all there, and you can play a bunch of games with it. Which that was the promise of VR for the longest time. So now we have an actual fucking VR console. Just kind of sucks. You have to make a Facebook account to use it. Saddens me as someone who's followed Oculus since the beginning. I remember reading about that shit in like middle school and was so excited. Um, that was before they even had prototypes that you could buy, dev kits that you could buy. When they were just talking about lenses and shit, and I was like, this shit's so fucking cool. And like the original models were like the wires and shit. And you can see like the tape. Like it was early. They would show up to South by Southwest. But yeah, that would be the only one I'd be able to get, and I want to experience that game. I wish there was something they could make, to be able to make it. I mean, yeah, they could just give it first person, just regular controller controls, but maybe that would compromise the experience. But I wish they could go back in, tweak it, and basically, you'd kind of have to make a new game. But that is also Half-Life Alyx, so I could experience the damn thing outside of a damn YouTube video, because it's still Half-Life, and they Half-Life 3 has to come to more than just VR. You can still make it to where playing it in VR is the best way, but it would still be incredibly playable on everything else, whether it's on a PC or an Xbox or PlayStation. But if Microsoft got exclusivity for that damn thing outside of VR, or that would be Microsoft's big step into VR. It's like HoloLens is back with Half-Life. Like just, oh god, just come out of nowhere, just out of the gate swinging. Because that is like the gaming holy grail. Like, if that thing's real, and we know it's real, we know they've worked on it forever. But we never really knew if it was ever gonna be made. But then they made Alyx, and then those guys straight up confirmed it. It's like, this is real. It's happening. Come hell or high water, we're gonna make this fucking game. And if that is a console exclusive, or exclusive to anything, people are gonna get it. Limiting it to VR is gonna suck if that's what they do, but I'm hoping not. But could you just imagine Phil Spencer walks out with Gabe Newell? People lose their goddamn minds. But we'll find out in what, 9 days? Is that when the Game Awards are? As for who's gonna win Game of the Year, I have no idea. Like, I'm thinking Last of Us 2. I really think they're gonna take it. But my second would probably be Doom Eternal. Legit. Doom Eternal's great. And then Final Fantasy VII. Maybe Miles Morales, if it made the window. The time they put out a good Spider-Man game, it has to go up against some huge heavy hitters. The thing came out last year. Psh. Then again, there were some pretty big heavy hitters. You had to go up against Kojima and the crew, but when Spider-Man came out, it was against God of War and Red Dead Redemption, and that's it. You don't really need anybody else in that conversation. And it was like, man, any other year this game is Game of the Year, but it had to come out the same year as God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2. But yeah, I think Last of Us in my opinion, it kind of should. It's a great game. I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Yeah. And with that, I think that's it for my thoughts from today. For today, not on today. Nothing really happened today, as far as I know. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this podcast and all the other video... Well, hold on, let me restart that. You know, I'm always trying to figure out how to end these things, and then I forget. But if you enjoy this podcast, maybe you also enjoy my videos, or our videos, the wife and I videos over on the channel at the Autistic Cowboy, because we have lots of stuff over there. We put up a video every day, Monday through Friday. I also stream, just like I am now, except with gaming and stuff. And a lot of good content on there. A lot of good content. Make you laugh, make you cry. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not real sure, but it'll probably happen. But yeah, all kinds of things going. But for right now, only thing I got going is nothing. That's why I'm ending the video. So I will see y'all in the next one.